think it will show you.
Yeah. Hi, Namra. How have you been? How's everything at your end?
Hi, Tanya. I'm quite well. Thank you so much for asking. And how are you?
I'm good. So, Namra, I have been looking at IC's platform and I have been observing so many things and, the initiatives you are taking. So, I thought, like, why not hop on a live session and then make you answer some of most interesting questions about the cohort and IC's operations. So, what do you think? Let's start with it.
Yeah, of course. Let's go ahead.
Okay. So, Namra, I have seen that IC always talks about like what is cohort, like we are coming up with a new cohort or there's certain amount of graduates. So, if you can just explain me that what is cohort, how many graduates have been there, like what is the process and everything. If you can just explain a brief intro
Hmm.
about cohort.
Okay, so basically I understand कि काफ़ी confusion हो सकती है for a lot of people कि ये cohort loves क्या है, why does IEC keep using it. तो basically इसका मतलब ये है कि we bring in students, individuals from a similar background, whether like they're graduates of a certain age या उनका चले similar background भी है, and they come together to achieve something similar. Like they're all working towards the same goal, which in regards to IEC is completing the course certification. So basically this is what we call cohort. And for as for right now, IEC has brought on board 9 cohorts. हमारे students जो हैं वो we have brought them on. So that is another number for IEC, I believe.
That's really good. I mean, because when you're learning things, so I just wanted you to share a bit about cohort.
Hmm.
So, because you're saying that you have hosted like 9 cohorts, so I am assuming that your alumni are doing really good in their careers. If you want to just touch base on that.
Of course, since I just want to clarify कि हमने 9 cohorts में students तो onboard की हैं, but so far 7 cohorts have graduated. हमारे cohort 8 or 9 के students are still in the process of learning. They're still going through like their time. And as of right now, we have around 300 plus graduates जिन्होंने हमारी certifications जो है वो complete कर ली हुई हैं, and more than half of them, you can say 150 plus students have gone into the marketing, have gone into the market. They have their own jobs and like they're just working.
Okay, that's great. So, like you mentioned that they have their own jobs. So,
Hmm.
what is the process? आप लोग किस तरह से connect करते हैं? जैसे कोई एक आपका alumni जो है या आपका जो student है जो graduate हुआ है, आप उसको किस तरह से रोड मैप बनाते हैं उनका पूरा कि वो एक employer से connect हो जाए? इस तरह से अगर आप थोड़ा सा explain करें इस process को.
Of course. So basically, हमारी जो placement की team है like a talented number of individuals who actually take care of this entire process. तो हमारे जो students हैं when they come in IIC, they don't only do like the certification. वो सिर्फ पढ़ते नहीं हैं like to gain their new skills. We also help them with professional development. So that basically includes like हमारी resume building हो सकती है, mock interviews to work on their portfolios, LinkedIn profiles. So this is something that is part of the process. And along with this, our team of placements, they connect with different companies all over Pakistan, and they like partner with them as well. They tell them that this is what we offer. ये हमारे IC के students हैं. This is their skills. This is what they have learned in their certifications. Any job opening they have, we connect it to our students, जो हमारे relevant individuals होते हैं in whatever field, and we encourage them to go forward with the application process.
That's amazing to hear. But what about the candidates जिनको मतलब थोड़ा सा struggle हो रहा होता है blend in करने में program का ये program को समझने में थोड़ा सा issue हो सकता है उनके लिए फिर किस तरह से हम काम करते हैं या उनके लिए क्या आप लोग करने की कोशिश करते हैं?
So basically हमारा जब cohort एक start होता है ना, before we officially start our classes, we have something called 0 week, or you can call it a probation week as well. तो basically उसका मकसद ये है कि obviously if someone is coming into this field, they have no idea कि इसमें वो क्या पढ़ेंगे क्या सीखेंगे. So we want to give them an introduction. They get to meet their teachers, instructors, वो course में क्या करेंगे, what skills they will learn, किस तरह का project होगा, assignments. So it's basically like just get to know. और उस वीक के दौरान we also have like an assignment, or you can say a small test or project कि it will give students like an idea, and the instructors as well कि उनके पास कितना skill है, if it's something they can manage or handle, या वो इसमें अपने जो है ना career को start करना चाह रहे हैं. So that is something that's there to help them कि like if they want to like go for this or not.
Right. अच्छा, आई हैव नोटिस दैट आजकल मार्केट कहीं किसी पर्टिकुलर फील्ड की सैचुरेटेड है, बट वन थिंग दैट आई हैव सीन के डिजिटल मार्केटिंग इज टेकिंग अ लॉट ऑफ हाइट, एंड वहाँ पे लोग बहुत ज़्यादा स्विच कर रहे हैं अपने कैरियर्स। सो अगर आप थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लेन करें कि हाउ डू, मतलब आप जिन रीजंस के आपको नजर आते हैं जो लोग आपको ज्वाइन करते हैं, उनके हिसाब से अगर आप कोई कॉमन रीजंस बताएं कि जिन कैंडिडेट्स को इसलिए भी जॉब नहीं मिलती, और फिर आईसी जो है वो इनकी इस तरह हेल्प करता है कि उनको जॉब मिल जाए, अगर आप थोड़ा सा इस प्रोसेस को भी समझाएं।
Of course. इसमें basically it's a two-way process, Danya. Like we expect हमारे students हैं कि if they are with IEC for 5 or 6 months, they put in their best efforts into their classes, projects, because these projects they will help them present to employers. The better they work on them, they can showcase अपने employers को कि this is something that I did. I can bring the skill set to your company. This is what I've done. एंड अदर देन दैट हमारी जो प्रोफेशनल डेवलपमेंट की क्लासेस हैं टू वर्क ऑन द कम्युनिकेशन, अपनी लैंग्वेज स्किल्स पे अपने आप को किस तरह प्रेजेंट करना है, तो दीज आर ऑल थिंग्स दैट गो हैंड इन हैंड. आपके पास स्किल सेट भी होना चाहिए बट समथिंग टू प्रेजेंट योर सेल्फ. एंड दिस इज वट आई सी डज. वी डू नॉट ओनली वॉन्ट स्टूडेंट्स कि उनको सिर्फ एजुकेशन मिले, वो पढ़ें और बस उन्हें बाहर मार्केट में भेज दें. वी वॉन्ट टू मेक दम लाइक अ बेटर पर्सनैलिटी या इंडिविजुअलिटी दैट दे कैन प्रेजेंट टू दीज एम्प्लॉयर्स टू ओवरकम दीज ब्रिजेस एंड गैप्स.
That's amazing, because you're not just teaching, you're grooming the candidates
Yeah.
also. So that is something very exciting for me. एंड अच्छा नम्र, आपने देखा होगा कि ये यूजुअली मार्केट में ज़्यादा होता है कि आई हैव अ जॉब बट इट डजंट पे मी वेल, और मे बी द companies or employers who are hiring people, they are not paying well. So what about IC's graduates when they are being employed? तो employers are paying them well, या उनका भी struggle रहता है?
So I think what I can say right now is कि हमारे graduates की जो average starting salary है, that a number that we have come up with through our data is 50,000 rupees. So this is something like average that they start up with. But we have so many graduates who have gone above and beyond. There, so many of them are earning more than 1 lakh on a monthly basis. So it just depends on your own skill set, how you present yourself, and as I said, everything goes hand in hand. And I believe कि हमारे graduates was a stepping stone. If they, even if they start with a 50,000 rupees job, they can absolutely move, like go above and beyond.
Right.
Hmm.
So this brings me to my next question, that कितनी जल्दी हायरिंग प्रोसेस होता है जैसे ही ग्रेजुएट करता है कैंडिडेट? एकदम से हो जाता है या टाइम लेता है, किस क्या प्रोसेस रहता है इसका?
So I think there are like different factors in this. We have had students who got a job while they were halfway through their course. And I, again, as I said, just getting a skill is not enough. It's very important to know how you want to present them. Aapka portfolio, LinkedIn profile, your resume, it needs to be in accordance to what the employers need and want. Like you have to do a lot of research on this. And this is where IEC comes in, that we help these students get that. So I think it only also depends on the employers, as I think since you and I both have gone through like this process of like being hired by a company, it depends. Sometimes they take a week or 2 weeks, sometimes a month. You never know. There's not like a concrete set of time as well, but I think what's really important is just to do your best in presenting yourself.
Okay, that sounds good. Acha, what about the employers? Are they from bigger firms, multinationals, or you're talking about startups, or it's a mix of both, or how does that work? What kind of employers are we looking at?
So there's a lot of variety in the employers जो हमारे students या graduates को जो है वो hire करती हैं. They can be like bigger companies, multinational, or smaller organizations or startups as well. And some of our graduates are working with Daraz or Uber, Xloop, just very different variations and forms of like fields and industries that they go into to present their skills. And one thing also important to note कि हमारे students, like they can either do like a part-time job, full-time job, in person, remote as well. And we also like help students in building their freelancing portfolio as well if they want to go down that road too. So there's like a lot of different options. I think it basically is whatever opportunity comes forward to IEC's placement team, we connect our relevant students with that opportunity and help them through that entire process.
Makes sense. So, what do you think, Namra, that opting for one course is better, या एक से ज़्यादा कोर्स करना अच्छा होता है? क्या आसानी मतलब लेकर आता है अगर हम एक से ज़्यादा कोर्स कर लें? और क्या एक वक्त में ये हो सकता है कि हम एक से ज़्यादा कोर्स कर सकते हैं अगर हम कोहोर्ट में हो? सो अगर आप इस पे बताएं कि हायरिंग प्रोसेस में किस तरह से ये काम आ सकता है।
Okay, so in terms of IEC, हम हमारे जो students हैं, they can only take on one course at a time. We do not actually encourage students कि वो दो courses करें because it is a bit of time consuming. It requires all of your attention, like your strength as well, and your motivation too. Because ये 5 महीने का काम है, like you have to like really give it your all. And it's not only the skills as I mentioned, it's the professional development classes as well. But all of our graduates are welcome to come back in the next cohort if they want to do another certification. For example, we have had graduates जिन्होंने यहाँ फिर web development front end किया था या web development back end किया था, and the next time around they came back for the other certification. So it is there, like you can absolutely present this to your potential like companies ke we not only have skills in like front end, we also have it in back end. Like we have like this total, like you can say like a package or something, like we are there for you, हम ये offer कर सकते हैं आपको. So it definitely helps you out, and we always encourage our students कि आप अपने skills को hone करें, make them better, practice a lot and work on your projects.
राइट। सो नुमा, अगर हम बात करें जिस तरह आपने मेंशन किया, people come back and they do different other courses. What if, like, for example, if I am participating in the cohort and I'm one of the candidate there, what if
Hmm.
after some time I feel like, oh, I don't want to do front end development, I want to go in back end development? So how does that process work? Am I allowed to shift courses during the program, or there's some kind of process that goes behind it?
Unfortunately, students are not allowed to shift their courses after the classes have started. जिससे मैंने पहले mention किया कि zero week is there to help you understand कि आपकी उस course के साथ कितनी connectivity है, whether you want to continue this or not. But again, I completely understand कि some of these things आप जब तक properly classes में नहीं जाते, आप थोड़ा सा और आपको information नहीं मिलती और more clarity आपको नहीं पता चलता. But no, unfortunately, during the program, we're not able to like transfer these students, but they are always welcome to come back to IEC and start the new course in the next cohort. उसमें हमारी कोई limitations नहीं है, the student can come back and do another certification.
That's very informative. But I have one interesting question. I think that
Hmm.
applies to me. People like me who are from different fields. They started, with a different set of education, and they were working there. But suddenly there's a change of career due to any reason. Maybe because of the saturation of the market. Maybe suddenly, they get interested in some other field. So how does that work? Because if someone is coming from an HR background, they will
Hmm.
not know much about digital marketing. How does that work, and what about the courses? So how does your team really help them in understanding that what kind of course they should choose, and what kind of guidance been provided by IEC? If you can, put some light on
Hmm.
it.
Of course, we always encourage students कि वो हमारे cohort को join कर सकते हैं, whether they're from tech background or non-tech background. There are particular like some of the courses जहाँ पे we only take on like students from tech background because the certifications are a little bit more advanced. They're not from like fundamental like beginners basics, so it can be difficult for those students to take that. But for example, if there's a student from a non-tech background and they want to go into web development, front-end web development, we always encourage non-tech students to like join that because it's from the basics. They can start that and they can build on their skills. And digital marketing is also there for non-tech students. And as for understanding the course, as I mentioned, our instructors and advisors, they're there to help you out and guide you. If you have any issues and concerns, you can always connect with them. And our zero week is there for you to understand, is this the course for me or not? Is this something I want to continue or not? And if you feel like it is a little bit of you're discouraged from doing it, you can switch the course during zero week. But in any case, आप join कर लेते हैं, you still don't want to continue, you're welcome in the next cohort.
That's that's I think that's the most helpful thing that students can get, because
Hmm.
confusion can arise anytime. So acha, given this thing, for example, just आपने mention किया कि you have hosted 9 cohorts, and they have been you know cohort के graduates जो हैं वो 150 हैं. So I'm assuming कि कुछ लोग graduate अभी नहीं किए होंगे, process लगता होगा करने में.
Hmm.
So the my next question is more targeted towards them, जो लोग
Hmm.
अभी graduate नहीं हुए होंगे. उनके लिए that if a candidate is not able to perform as per the market standards, or you feel that that the candidate needs a bit of a help, or the instructor himself or herself is not really satisfied with the performance and they want to bring the best out of them. So what happens in that case? Like, instructor provide them with extra help, extra hours are being put in. इसमें क्या process रहता है पूरा?
Of course. So again, as I said, we have a set of instructors and academic advisors for each course. हर course के specific individuals हैं who are there to help you out and guide you. अगर आपको लगता है कि you are not able to connect with the instructor, the academic advisors are there for you. They're all seasoned experts. They all have experience in that particular field. There's not a single teacher who you can say इसके उसका background कोई और है, वो आपको course कोई और पढ़ा रहा है, as that can happen in institutions. But हमारे जो सारे instructors हैं, teachers हैं, all of their experience, all of their work is in the course that they are teaching you, and you can always connect with them if you have any issues or problems with the project. If you feel like you're lacking, you can always ask them for advice. It basically is the purpose of IEC, because हमारी certifications, if you want to do them, you can do them outside of IEC. Like, the option is there for you. But what sets
Okay.
IEC apart is that we want to make sure that students को कोई, if they feel like they're not able to understand some concepts, we're there to help them out. And something that really sets apart IEC is that the practical work that we put in. क्योंकि वो आप सर्टिफिकेशन कर लें, you're done with it, you haven't exactly done the practice, और आपने उस पर प्रॉपर काम नहीं किया, you haven't done the exercises. So this is where we bring in our projects, because these projects are there for you to put those skills into a practical manner. आप उससे, like, it's not just theory, you put in the actual work in those projects. So again, like,
That
this is the purpose of the instructors and advisors, to help you out in that.
नहीं, I think this is helpful because people who are struggling, उनको at least ये पता है कि एक instructor मौजूद है उनको बताने के लिए, because when we do
Hmm.
courses online, तो अगर आपके कोई confusion हो या कोई scenario हो, तो फिर you just have to struggle and get it done yourself. One more question that
So,
just came into my mind was this, that for example, if an IC graduates one after completing their course, they want to join IC and
hmm,
be an instructor there, or maybe they want to add some sort of value to the entire concept and support IC. So are they allowed to be a part of the instructor team, or ये चीज नहीं available, they can only get hired by firms जिनका मेन मकसद है कि
hmm.
jobs provide की जाएं, या आप लोग खुद उनको भी alumni को भी welcome करते हैं कि they can come back and be part of IC and add value to the program?
Hmm. So there are two different ways that these students can do that. Number one, in a sense, is our community and our alumni group. We always have, like, sessions that you can say, informative sessions हमारे current students के लिए, or that we feel like we want to share stories of our graduates. They're always welcome to come back and inspire other individuals who, like, they were, like, were in the same shoes that they were at one point at IEC. So they can help them out in that sense as well. My students, they're always, like, encouraged to, like, connect back with IC, and our team is always available to help them out in any situation whatsoever. On the other hand, it is a bit of a rare case, but some of our graduates have come back and worked at IC as a TA, teaching assistant. They help with the courses and stuff. But again, like I said, it's a bit of a rare case. I believe it depends on the availability of the position, or if the graduates performed well, or what kind of connection they have with IC and the instructors, if they can fit well. It's just, it has happened. It's not an impossibility, but again, it's a bit of a rare situation.
That's great. Matlab, they can come back and they can spread the knowledge. And
Hmm.
lately, I also saw that you did share one student's success story. So I think that's a great thing that, if some alumni want to share their story. इस सब को देखने के बाद नम्रा, जो मेरे जहन में बात आती है वो ये आती है कि when are you guys coming up with the next cohort? When is the new launch coming?
So I think we are pretty much hinting a little bit towards, okay, we are coming back with a new cohort, and as if our audience follows us, they know कि हम एक महीने के बाद ही, like, we're back with another round of registration. So I think कि this is pretty much set in stone कि हम November में at the beginning we will be starting the applications for cohort 10. The dates for it, the deadlines, हमारी social media pages पे it will soon be coming out, and all the courses that we offer, it's on our page and our website as well. Students can definitely go through the entire all of the pages to get as many information as they want. But yeah, we are coming back for cohort 10 in November, and all of the potential students, they're welcome to join and sign up on our website.
So I am assuming that soon you are coming up with all the information and announcements, because you have
Mm.
hinted the audience that you're coming back with cohort.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I think like few days are left and we'll be ready with the announcement, I
Hmm.
think.
Yes, we're already हम
Sure.
अक्टूबर के आखिरी हफ्ते में आ गए हैं, तो we will definitely be coming out with the dates and the information and everything that our audience might need to join IEC.
I think that is pretty good. I mean, that I think that's the best time we had this discussion,
Hmm.
because anyone who was looking forward to cohort can now actually be part of it. And
Hmm.
acha, if I want to connect with the team and get more information, because I understand that ये एक set of questions थे जो हमने cover किए, but अगर किसी alumni के पास या कोई जो नया participate करना चाहता है, उसके पास कोई set of questions हो, so do you have any email address या number जो आप लोग provide करते हैं अपने social media handles पे, जिस पे contact कर लिया
Hmm.
जाए?
Yeah, absolutely. हमारे social media pages पे our messages are open, whether it's on Facebook, LinkedIn. You can like drop a comment as well. आप Instagram पे message कर सकते हैं. Regardless of the platform, we always get back to our students. उसके साथ साथ हमारे email address and phone number is always listed in our social media. I can say the email address. It's ask@iec.org.pk. We always get back to our students if they have any more information. Cohort open होने से पहले, cohort होने के बाद, उसके दौरान, if they have any questions regarding the process, what we do, या उसके बाद भी if they want to connect with us, to connect with someone else, we're always there to help our students out.
I think that really is a helpful kind of thing, and the email address itself tells that okay, they can always ask.
And
So
they can always ask. Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm
Mm.
excited to see that a new batch of candidates participating in cohort, and I am wishing you and the team best of luck. So may this cohort bring more people there, and
Mm.
Pakistan can see a lot of skills in the next upcoming years and months. So I am wishing you all the best, and let's
Thank
see
you
how
so
it
much.
goes.
Of course, we also look forward to seeing what type of talent pool this new cohort will bring for IEC, what kind of students that we will have, and how will they move forward. We are also excited to see their journey as well.
It was lovely talking to you, Namra, and let's
Um,
wait for the announcement. I am sure that the candidates are waiting eagerly to see the announcement and participate.
Of course. And thank you so much for having me and for all the questions. I hope I was able to answer in a informative manner, and लोगों को जो वो समझ आती होगी and they were able to understand कि IEC क्या करता है.
I'm sure they got the hang of it. And if not, again, like you said,
Hmm.
number be available here, they can always contact, and you guys are always there to answer that.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye.